staking more decentralized. We right now it's pretty well known, right? Most of the staked ETH is in going through Lido, which represents a single point of failure, right? We've seen the depegging of STETH, the impact it has done. It was mostly through third-party unknown scenarios, right? First with the 3 arrows fallout, right? That they had to liquidate a lot of STETH. And so with that, that created a depegging event. And so then Lido went in and basically stated that, hey, it's better if you want to get STETH, buy it off of Uniswap. And so it's been quite a challenge, right? To stay true to the decentralization ethos of why we're building on blockchain technology, on decentralized protocols. And so we first got introduced to SSV Network last summer during Consensus. And it was pretty apparent, right, that there needed to be a counterweight to Lido. And don't get me wrong, right? Like we've always been fans of Lido, right? And backstory behind it is when Lucio and myself got started, before we got started to build Metapool, Lucio was trying to convince me about, hey, we need to build liquid staking derivative on Near. This is meta staking pool was called at that time, and so he pushed a bunch of white papers and some repos, GitHub repos over my way just to understand it. To be honest, I couldn't understand a bit. Then fast forward a few months later, he sends me a information on Lido, right? And of course, much better understandable than just the white paper. Then I saw Constantine and Vlad's talks in different ETH events. And so that was our inspiration to kick off Metapool. So it's going to be very important for us to understand that we are coming into a crowded space. We are very aware of this. And it is important for the Metapool community to understand that, no, we're not leaving Near. It is not our intention to leave Near. We are bullish on Near. We will continue to be building on Near. And actually, it is our go-to chain to build solutions on top of a decentralized protocol. So that's not changing. But we understood that we needed to partner up with somebody if we were going to go to Ethereum. And this being totally transparent as well, a bunch of our backers and supporters said, hey, maybe you should go to Aptos, or maybe you should go to Sui. Then we looked into Radix as well. We looked into Cosmos as well. We looked into Definity as well. So we were very proactive last year looking for another layer one that we should go to. And I think the reason behind it was very simple. We saw the amount of damage that happens when in layer one goes to zero. And we saw that with Terra. And we were actually thinking of going to Terra in the beginning. I'm glad we didn't pull the trigger on that one. And so that's how everything. So that's the initial kickoff process, right? That we said, hey, and because when we started, Lucio and myself, we said, like, we're full on bullish on Near, so we're not going to go to another layer one. I think we can build a sustainable protocol on Near. Right now, it is being put to the test. Sustainability of any protocol right now on any layer one is being put to the test. And with that, we couldn't be naive. So we said we need to build a multi-chain strategy. And so here we are right now. We announced the partnership with SSV Network. We met them over in Austin in Consensus last year, and we started to understand what distributed validator technology is, DVT. And so we saw that there are basically two players right now, Oval, SSV Network. There will be some other players coming in as well. And it's really it's really interesting because we have backers on both of those platforms, and so we are and this is where you need to leave. You delegate the responsibility to the most capable person on the team, right? And here's where Lucio comes in, right? And he does the assessment. We did maybe 4-week period of research. And so we decided to go with SSV Network. And so here we are right now. We are a few weeks, hopefully tomorrow, SSV Network testnet will be restarted. The idea right now that we have is for folks to participate in a beta testing program with some good incentives for beta testers as well. So in that sense, we are kicking that off. We still don't have a date. We first need to take it one step at a time for testnet to be available, then for us to know that we can onboard beta testers. We need to distribute GoETH, which is the testnet ETH on SSV, and then take it from there, right? Understand what are going to be the points of testing, known unknowns, and so taking it one step at a time. But we're really excited about this. We believe the technology is good. We will battle test it, right? And we are not afraid of backtracking, right? If we find that the technology is not there, then we will not go for it. Doesn't make any sense because we are always going to put, in this case, Ethereum token holders front and center of everything we do on the Ethereum blockchain, same as we do at the Near Protocol blockchain as well. For us is if we build value for, in this case, Ethereum token holders, then we should be good. But if we cannot provide any value, then it doesn't make any sense for us to go there if the technology is not there. So thank you very much, everybody. Kimon, Anmati, Techish, CryptoGrogs, Alenioska, nice to see you here. Roman, Meatball, and of course, part of the team, Kuncho, Andrea, Alan, and Lola. Thank you very much for coming here. So just a recap. So we were discussing SSV Network, why we decided to go with them. We believe their technology can help scale staking, liquid staking derivatives on Ethereum. That means that there are going to be a bunch of players coming in. So a question right now from many of you to us, right, is what is, and in this case, we're the ticker is going to be MPETH, and we're discussing METH, but I don't know if the familiarity with meth is going to be a good or bad point. But yeah, definitely we can discuss it over in the general channel. If you think meth or MPETH is much better, MPETH, I don't know. We will still discuss that. And so, what is this liquid staking derivative bringing to the Ethereum ecosystem? And also, very important, we are thinking of bridging this back over to Near as well, right, and to Aurora. And so there's a liquidity part there of fragmentation that we should be aware of, but it's something that we need to play to our advantages as well. For now, we're thinking, one is we are very bullish on emerging markets. We will be announcing in the next couple of weeks a couple of important partnerships with fintech applications over in the Latin American region. I know many of you are not from that region, but there's a big opportunity here to onboard a lot of users that will not be familiar with liquid staking or staking at all. And so this is a big opportunity that we see here, that we can not only onboard new users into Web3, we're also onboarding new users into staking part and allowing them to get exposure to liquid staking derivatives on Near and Ethereum. For now, it's going to be very much Near focused. We are going, and I'll discuss Aurora in a little bit. But anyhow, just for you to understand, so that's what we're bringing, right? We're bringing this partnership with several fintech applications, giving exposure to normal users, to staking, and then taking it from there, right? Like what that will unlock. Could it unlock collateralized loans? Could it unlock other type of derivatives? So that's where we're. Thank you very much, Pepe, for coming in. Pepe by, sorry, didn't get the full. Pepe by Bermier. Thank you very much for coming in here. Pesal, MIB. I don't know how to. Thank you very much for coming in. And so, just backtracking a little bit, right? So SSV Network is going to be our partner to launch on Ethereum. Testnet should be up and running by next Monday. We will be announcing a beta testing program for our liquid staking derivative on SSV Network. Date is still to be determined, TBD. So just be aware of it. We will be announcing that over on our Discord. We will not be announcing this publicly on Telegram or on Twitter. So just for you to be aware of this, we want beta testers to have full-on communications with the team. And this will be done through Discord, just for you to, just a heads up on that one. So another important part of this is what value will MPETH bring to the Ethereum ecosystem? And in this is what we were discussing a few moments back, is we have some good partnerships we will be announcing very soon. Right now, supporting just Near, but then next step is, of course, when SSV Network goes live on mainnet, we will be supporting Ethereum staking as well. So this is fintech applications that we will be supporting staking through our infrastructure of Metapool. So we're really excited about that one. Hey, Roadrunner, thank you very much for coming in here. Okay, so next steps is, do you have any questions, comments? Does somebody wants to come up and ask any questions regarding SSV Network? Please raise your hand and you can come up. If you do not want to come up and talk, you can use the general chat and post your question there. Okay, hey Roadrunner, Filipino channel. For sure, let's try to discuss that. Lola that you see here on the AMA, she is in charge of the ambassador program, and so definitely ping her, send her a DM, and let's talk about that. And so anyhow, going back, any more questions regarding SSV Network? If somebody wants to come up, please go ahead and do so. If not, okay, let's continue with the agenda. Next up, of course, a lot of questions around this. Will the meta token be on Ethereum? It's going to be an interesting proposal. We're not. I cannot confirm, right, or deny this. We will have to understand what's the utility for it, right? Can we bring in the meta staking vote to Ethereum? There's going to be a challenge here, right? Because then you fragment liquidity for meta, and if we do this, then are we doing this for every chain that we support? It's still a question we need to answer, and we need the community to guide us to do it, right? Like, it doesn't make any sense. We can. Our vision for Metapool is the following, right? It will be community run. There's There's that's the vision. That's what we built on Web3. That's why Lucio and we were very, and I was very vocal when we kickstarted the project, right? We said, like, if we're gonna run this as a business, then I could just stay in the SaaS space and build a viable business there, which was what I was doing before getting into Web3. Like, if we're gonna go the decentralization route, then let's full on commit to it, right? A few years have passed, right? It's gonna be almost 2 years. And then, doing implementing decentralization for any protocol, it's quite a daunting task, because not even layer ones or L2s have been able to do full on decentralization of their own protocols. So it's been a very, very important lesson, right? But we're still committing to it, right? And this is the thing. This is where we were so bullish on NEAR, right? Because right now, as the initial design for the liquid staking derivative for NEAR is that the main liquid staking smart contract runs fully on a DAO. That's what NEAR brings to the table that other layer ones that are proof of stake don't have. You have full on control through a DAO. Right now in that DAO, there's 3 council members. One is the Open Charts Alliance, representing the node validators. Another one is NEAR Hispano, representing like the on-chain communities on NEAR, and the other one is NAR Wallets, kind of like representing the kind of private sector more than anything, right? And so it's very important for everyone here to understand that that's been the vision of Metapool. Now, can we bring this vision to Ethereum? It is a daunting task. We haven't even decentralized on NEAR, right? And it's there. Just the governance has been more difficult than we anticipated. And so the question here is, are we bringing Meta to Ethereum? My answer to you right now is I cannot confirm or deny that this is going to happen, right? Because it will have to be driven by the community demand for it. And more importantly, for the community to have real utility for Meta. I understand price action. I understand that there's folks and community members asking, hey, can you create a single staking solution, right? For Meta. I'm like, yes, we could, but then what's the utility for it? Minting Meta for minting Meta is just doesn't bring any value to the ecosystem. So, hey, Orina. Hey, Michelle. Thank you very much for coming in. Nico, nice to see you here. And so we need to take it one step at a time, right? And everyone here needs to guide us, right? We are, and we're no experts. We're no governance experts, right? And so we need your feedback in understanding what should the next steps be. And all focused on making Metapool sustainable enough for it to be community run. So anyhow, we're taking it one step at a time. Yes, we're building for the long haul. Right now, with the current market conditions, also very importantly, and the reason why we went multi-chain is that it is not a sustainable business model, right, for the DAO. Because right now, fees generated from the staking rewards are very low, right? Just to give you just a little bit of background, coming in January last year, the fees generated by the liquid on staking and the fees generated by the protocol itself were around $50,000 to $65,000, and that would set like a good base for it to be sustainable, because then you can allocate those fees to the core developer group that is going to be maintaining it, and then another one for the ambassadors or for the community members to do the activities around a Metapool that will continue to thrive and make the protocol grow. Right now, those have been cut in 95%. And so right now, the treasury is quite, the fees on the treasury are quite low. And so we also want to understand, how do we make this transparent for everybody, right? In the sense of, will the DAO have a treasury to govern over, right? And so we're taking it one step at a time. For everybody that's coming in here, if you have any questions, please feel free to put them over in the general chat channel. Right now we're discussing, we've discussed initially about SSV Network, why we're going multi-chain, why the reason behind it, and now we are talking about moving or bridging the Meta token over to Ethereum. Right now, the answer to that question is, I cannot confirm or deny that we're going to do that. It depends a lot on the feedback that we get from the community, from everybody that's participating on the Metapool protocol. So that's one part of it. If anybody of you wants to come up to talk to and ask your question on the stage, please raise your hand and feel free to do so. So that's one. So that's the status on the Meta token coming into the Ethereum. Now, another big question, right? And here is where we put all the cards on the table, right? And being transparent in the sense that neither Lucio nor myself are experts at tokenomics or anything like that, right? We started Metapool because we know how to build products, digital products. We know how to build the demand for it, the user acquisition. Regarding community, we haven't done a pretty good job, but that's why Lorena has come in here. That's why you're going to see an ambassador program being run and a stakeholder and somebody in charge of it. So now, big question around liquidity for Meta. I know with a lot of you have been having issues regarding with REF, not enough liquidity. There is around the circulating supply around Meta right now. It's around 13, 14 million, 16, maybe 14 million more so or less. A lot of that, a lot of it has been huddled at the moment, mostly by early supporters that came in on the community launch through participating in staking and getting Meta staking rewards. That represents around 1.3% of the total market cap of Meta. The market cap of Meta is 1 billion, and so we should have done a much better job at distributing it early on. But we were very, very mindful of it, right? And I wouldn't say scared, but it was basically we didn't have the knowledge to apply good tokenomics on distribution. One thing is, if you go to our white paper, or you can see there that the distribution's there, but just the how to distribute it, it's a whole nother thing. And so right now, yes, there is a problem of liquidity for the Meta token. It is the ref pools are quite shallow, and you see price action being impacted quite a bit if there's a large amount to be bought. But at the end of the day, that's market conditions. That's the way it is. We have no control over it, in the sense that we are providing as much Meta to our partners for them to distribute. I know there's some questions around filling up the Bastion pool. We will go ahead and do that in the next couple of days. Also on Origami, we might be putting more Meta token rewards on Borrow, but we're still mindful of where we're putting those and starting to distribution, right? We think with the Meta staking boat, good demand for Meta is on the market. We're acquiring the knowledge in order to put distributions in a much more scalable manner, and in that price action is not impacted as much, right? At the end of the day, that's the core part of making a sustainable protocol on any blockchain, right? For price action for the governance token to be good, for this distribution of the treasury incentives to be incentives for partners coming in, right? Oh, I gotta raise a hand. Sorry about that. Didn't see that. Kaposki jump. Okay. Invite to speak. I'm inviting you to speak, Kaposki. Oh, no. Sorry about that. Oh, and I saw a question here from Alionska. Sorry about that. I was looking at the general chat. Kaposki, you want to come up? Let me know. Raise your hand again, okay? Okay, so Ethereum will be an additional network. Just stay on near, right? Yes. That I've stated that, but I have no problem stating it back again. We're still bullish on near. We're first building products and solutions on top of a liquid staking derivative, on top of near first and Aurora, and then we're going to be moving over to the Ethereum side or to any of the other chains we're going to be building for. And yes, Ethereum is not going to be the last chain we're going to build for. So we're still talking to a few more other chains, some tier 2 chains as well, some tier 1 chains as well. So I cannot disclose that too much at the moment, but just understand that yes, we will be going to another 2 chains by the end of the year. The Aurora Network, all voting in the future DAO will be located on which network? Yes. So in that sense, all decisions on cheaper resources for everyone. The Aurora. Yes. So 2 things. Where decisions will be made. Right now, it's only on ear, right? And this is a thing. This has been an internal discussion that we've been having. Is can we build the right incentives for people to come into the near ecosystem and participate in the voting? One of the ideas we are debating is we are getting requests from L1s and L2s to come into their protocols. What we want to state is that, okay, let the community vote for it, right? Make a proposal, put it on up for voting, and people that have meta tokens vote on it, right? It's going to be a little bit like off-chain decision, right? In the sense that it cannot be automated at all, right? But it's something we're discussing, Alionuska or Aliona, and so that's a big thing we're moving forward. So okay, cool. So sorry I didn't get to see this chat over here. Okay, so liquidity. Going back to the theme, right? Liquidity on for Meta, and so. It goes. It's linked to the question above, right? Is Meta gonna be bridged over to Ethereum? Will this bring in more liquidity? It is still TBD. We still need to understand what is the value proposition of our Meta governance token being bridged over to Ethereum. No, we're not gonna print more. That's not part of what I sign up for to do. So so the market cap is going to be 1 billion and 1 billion. That's it, no more. And so, can we allocate some to L1s? And this is where the voting gets interesting, right? So if we do allocate that, voting will be decision to go to other chains will sit on near. Then that will drive a little bit of demand for Meta. If another L1 or L2 wants to make a proposal, then they need to come into the near ecosystem, make that proposal, and take it from there. We will see. There's some very important technology initiatives, underlying protocol changes, or more not changes, features being added to Near and Aurora that will favor Ethereum bridging, right? So it's going to be very, very, very interesting the next couple of months. Let's see if the Aurora and Pagoda teams can deliver on it. Mm, but let's say that that possibility will be less a less daunting task for us if they get executed. So we will sit on this one, right? Then the liquidity part. Yes, sorry. There's no way for me to justify that there's low liquidity. Is that it was not intentional. It was just us not understanding how the distribution can be applied to the Meta token. Our initiative, it is still that to get access to Meta, it should be done through our partners. That's the best way, because at the end of the day, we're looking for utility for ST near, and that's what we believe will be a more organic way to get exposure to Meta, instead of buying it off Ref, right? We are at initial discussions with some market makers as well, and so that could solve that issue. But it's time will tell, right? We're still very early stage. Market conditions right now do not favor any putting more liquidity on the market, and so because it's just going to drive the price down, and so we're still trying to figure that one out. So hopefully, I know it's not a direct answer, but it's the best thing that we can get, right? It is what team, and I cannot put all that weight into Lorena's shoulders, right? Right now, Lorena, if you wanna write, like I know we're in Kenya, Nigeria, we're in India, we're in Russia, Korea, Vietnam. So we're still, we'll have a few regions there. Of course, Latin America. But we're still missing, right? Europe, we're missing the US, Canada, Middle East as well. So there's still a lot of regions we need to grow, but we need to be mindful on to bring in the right collaborators, because we had our fair share of bad experiences, and we want a very mindful and well, I'll say joyful, right? Because at the end of the day, it's not a job, right? It's you're doing this because you are bullish on near, and in this case now for Ethereum as well, and we need to figure those things out, right? The animosity between chains, we want to avoid it at all costs. We do not. We have more than enough animosity out there in the real world to bring it over to Web3, to be honest, right? It's just yes, like like most of the team is based out of Mexico, Argentina, Ecuador, Spain, Switzerland, and so we can get along. I think everybody has understood that there is nobody wins through animosity. Nobody wins through saying, hey, you're in a shit coin. Nobody wins if, hey, that's proof of work is better than proof of stake. Nobody wins, because at the end of the day, we all want the same thing, is we want to change the way we build value online. Is it on a decentralized manner? Perfect, right? That's the vision. But right now, it's just, can we just agree that we want to build new protocols, new applications that create an alternative way to build value online? If that value has economic value, then by all means, great. That's like the byproduct of it, right? But the first thing is, can we create a new way of delivering value online and for users to retain most of that value? Right now, that's not a reality online. So can we just stick to that? If we do it on Near, if we do it on Ethereum, if we do it on Cosmos, if we do it on ICP, if we do it on Polkadot, if we do it on Cardano, if we do it on Tesos, does it matter? Does it really matter? For us, it doesn't matter, because we've seen, for example, right now, like a really important dose of reality in Argentina. Like there's 20 ways of of trading dollars, right? You got the official one, which gets you wrecked by the government is wrecking you. You have now the blue dollar, which is kind of like the street value, which is what persons, normal people are using, and companies, right? And so and inflation is going skyrocketing, right? And so, does it really matter if I build value on Ethereum, on Near, on Aurora, on Cosmos, on ICP, whatever, right? It's just, does it make any difference? No, it doesn't. So that's what that's what we sign up for. Everybody, every one of us in the Metapool community, that's what you're signing up for. We will build the products on top of the right technology in order for us to deliver on that value. And can we make that protocol decentralized? Can that be community run? So anyhow, I know it was just a little bit of a spiel. Sorry for that. It just gets me really excited just on the possibilities, right? And you're gonna see that coming in. Right now, again, very much focused on LATAM, but we just had like a great discussion with a good partner in Korea, for example. And we will definitely make a tour of duty over in Northeast Asia and Southeast Asia. I just learned that one as well. So we will be going to Korea. We will be going to Vietnam for sure, and Singapore. That right now is kind of like the schedule will be around September as well. So giving you a little bit of an alpha, we will be visiting our ambassadors in those regions and participating in a couple of events. And yeah, so really excited about that. I want to stop talking. I don't know if someone has any questions, or if you have any comments that you want to share with the group. I think that's important as well. We're doing this because for you, and giving you a space also to discuss your concerns around our protocol. I think those things are important. Right now, we're at a stage where we're a small family, right? Or a small tribe. Families has other, may have other how can I say, might ring another bell for everybody, but let's make it a tribe, right? So right now we're a small tribe, really excited, right? As we grow, this will become a little bit more challenging. We need for you to let us know, how do we still recreate this small tribe feeling as we grow? Because that's the idea. We will grow. You have my commitment that we will be growing onto other layer ones in other protocols, but try to keep this tribe as tight as possible, and delivering value for everyone here. So anyone, I don't know if anyone from the team wants to come up. Marcos, Lorena, Alan, Mansa, Nico, if you want to come up, raise your hand, and so people can know who you are. And if you have something to say, please do so. A little bit of a housekeeping. We are launching 2 meta yield campaigns. Lola's here, so go right ahead, Lola. Your mic is in mute.
Yeah. Sorry, I was muted. Okay. I know some of you already know me. I've seen a couple of people that has approached me to be an ambassador, and I wanted to say first hello and thank you for your interest. And I've been contacting people for the ambassador program. As Claudio mentioned, we opened this pilot program and we received easily 100 applications. So right now what we are doing is, or what I'm doing is, I am contacting the people that is on the regions that are a priority for us and that we haven't covered. And unfortunately, at the moment, we don't have space for 100 ambassadors. So for the rest of them, we are trying to think like how can we involve all of these people a little more, maybe I don't know, like an event or something, a virtual event, activities. That's one of the reasons why you have seen more activities in our Discord. We have now challenges from time to time, quizzes. You will see more of that because we want the community to get really involved. And yeah, thank you for your interest. And if you haven't been contacted and you're wondering like what happened with your application, you can always contact me and I will tell you what is happening. That's for the ambassador program. About MetaGild, that it's another one of my responsibilities here in the team. I wanted to say that I am very happy that we have like a very good response from the community in terms of projects, and we had a very good voting process last week. Actually, yeah, I think that we got the campaign with the most votes in the history of MetaGild, and that it's only because of the community. So thank you. And this week we launched the first campaign. You have now on MetaGild the campaign for NearHub. If you don't know the project, I invite you to go to MetaGild and read a little bit about what they are building. We are still working with the founders to see how like what else can we do in order for you to maybe know a little bit more about the project or be more involved with them. And next week we will have also another campaign. We are launching the campaign for Jump DeFi, hopefully on Tuesday. That's the idea. And so yeah, I invite you to keep yeah to stay into our different channels, like to receive information about what we are doing. And yeah, thank you for your interest, for your participation, and we are here to listen to your questions or to your suggestions regarding how are we doing all of this. Thank you.
Okay, perfect. So, okay, yeah, thank you very much for the emojis. Really appreciate it, everyone. Anyhow, so I think we're gonna wrap this up. If you have any questions, please do feel free to reach out to us. We are very much excited to this next leg of kickstarting our multi-chain strategy. I know it might come up as to many of you that have been with us for the last 2 years as a surprise, but I think the multi-chain strategy is the way to move forward in making the protocol sustainable, and that's putting near token holders front and center of what we're doing in delivering a sustainable and DAO run protocol. More news on that as well as we move forward. We got some really exciting stuff that we're going to be alpha beta testing on side projects coming from Metapool, that then we can onboard that how can I say, voting mechanism over to the Metapool protocol. So lots of things happening. We got the integrations with fintech applications coming before the end of this quarter. And more news to come in the next community AMA. Francisco will be scheduling that, so make sure to put it on your agendas. And looking forward, if anybody of you is coming to Denver, please reach out to Francisco. I will be there. Hey, Roadrunner, thank you very much for coming up. What's the question, comments, any last remarks? We're not able to hear you. Is your mic? Oh, there you go. You're muted. Now unmute yourself. There you go. Rod. Oops.
Maybe another mic that is not working.
Yes. Yeah, that's Discord has its things as well, right? Yeah. Can I update it? Oh, there you go. Back again. Let's see if it goes. Roadrunner. 1, 2, 3.
Hello.
There you go. Excellent. How you doing, Roadrunner?
Yeah, I'm good. Thanks. I would like to add that we have a meeting with some of the event venue for the Block Chill night. We are happy, and I am happy also to share some information to the community about Metapool and what's work. I really amazed. I was really amazed with how the projects being used using the Near and Aurora chain. So we are really looking forward to share more about it. With regards to SSV network going to Ethereum, we are also excited about the project or the endeavors of Metapool regarding that. So, on behalf of the Davao DeFi community, we look forward that the Metapool will be also part of the Mindanao Blockchain Week, which will be going to happen on the Q2. So, regardless of ambassadorship or whatever, we are here to support Metapool 100%. Regardless of with or without any support, we are really into it. We are really love to share to other people about the ethos of the community. That's all.
No, thank you very much,
Hello.
Rod. Thank you very much
Yeah.
for your words. Yes, let's look into how we can best support local events. Of course, we don't have infinite budget, but let's try to figure something out. And also trying to see how we can get some merch over to the different regions, which is sometimes a little bit of a struggle. But anyhow, I think we can come up with some good solutions there. Thank you very much, Rod. Thank you very much for supporting us.
Yeah. Awesome.
Over
Sure.
in the Philippines. Are you in Manila or where are you based?
I'm here in the southern part of the Philippines in Davao.
Okay, got it.
Yeah, but
Okay.
we have a strong community here because of the Mindanao Blockchain Association. So we are building and we are helping more participants also.
Okay. No, perfect. So yeah, let's keep the conversation going. Please reach out to Lola and let's see how we can make this happen. But anyhow, so we're coming up short on this AMA. Thank you very much, everybody, for participating. Thank you very much for all your emojis of support. Like this is what makes this go day by day and focus on delivering value for Near token holders and pretty soon to Ethereum token holders as well. So thank you very much, everybody, and see you in the next AMA. And make sure to go to MetaYield and support some of the cool projects that are going to be launching on Near. Soon we will have that MetaYield for Aurora as well. So more news on that as we progress. But anyhow, stay safe, everybody. Have a good Thursday. It's almost a weekend. Enjoy yourselves. Touch some grass, as they say. Go outside and enjoy your day. We will be here back online. So anyhow, stay safe, everybody. Thank you very much for coming in. Cheers.